No matter what fossil fuels do, if they have an impact, you think it's bad. Why don't you take a symbolic gesture and rid yourself of everything that's made of oil? Said we're going to get screwed if we run out of coal, and yet you want to ban us out of coal tomorrow. Fracking is what produced your boots, what produced your tights. So, I mean, I don't understand why you guys are wearing all these oil products. Should we turn off the hospitals? Because they use a lot more energy than the lights. You're making use of it right now. You have an oil jacket, you have an oil shoes.
Who is that troublemaker? Who's making a fuss at that hippie rally? Well, his name is Alex Epstein. He's with something called the Center for Industrial Progress, and he joins us now from Los Angeles. Hey, welcome to the show for the first time, hopefully the first of many. Where was that? Was that at this big anti-Keystone XL rally the other day? Where was this footage from?
Yeah, so this was on the National Mall in Washington, D.C., and this was the so-called largest climate rally in history, which had been largely unopposed. So we decided to go down and try to educate people.
Now, you brought so many clips. I want to jump right into the next one. Ricky, choose one of the funniest ones. Just roll it. And Alex, I want you to tell me about it afterwards. Go.
I understand the hypocrisy of the whole thing.
We do live in a world where we have to rely on things like that.
I didn't ask for that. Nobody asked my opinion when they started imposing all this oil on me.
So you're saying to these folks, look at this, that's polyester, you got plastic in your shoe, you got plastic in your iPhone, and what was their moral response? I don't even think they had a clue.
Well, I mean, you heard it in the clip. They're saying we didn't ask for this, and my response was, well, you're choosing to buy it, particularly with something like a jacket. You can actually get a replacement for oil. It's just quite inferior and more expensive. And they weren't even willing to take that kind of step. What they are willing to do, the only way they're willing to take any kind of step is if it involves the rest of us suffering, and that's what I objected to.
Now, you brought a clip that I think it's important. It's actually a serious one, not just their stupidity, where you talk about the fact that their so-called solutions like solar power, wind power, they actually don't work on their own without something like natural gas or coal to back it up. Let's roll that clip. I thought this one was a really useful explanation. Go.
But in any case, when the wind doesn't blow, they use coal, which is a practical source of energy. So the point is, there's no such thing as wind, there's just coal wind. So if you're anti-fossil, you're actually anti-wind. Yeah, wind backed up by coal. So you're actually either pro-fossil or you're anti-wind.
No, that doesn't make sense. First of all, wind's a form of solar energy.
It makes sense.
And so is coal. Coal comes from the sun, as does wind. So if you're pro-coal, you're actually pro-sun.
Yeah, for sure.
Are you pro-coal?
No, not at all. Coal's the worst
So
thing.
you're anti-sun?
No.
That was a little bit trippy, but I don't think these guys have thought any of this through. Because I don't think they've asked tough questions like, how do we get wind power if it's not windy? Or, I don't think they were ready for answers. I think they were just ready to go out and have fun, maybe have some street sex like they did in Occupy Wall Street, maybe go out for some lunch afterwards. I really don't think this was an intellectual movement. They were frustrated and confused by you, Alex. Did any of them get angry or even violent?
Certainly no one got violent. I mean, the night before I went to a pre-rally, and I mean, someone actually made physical contact with my face. You know, people, while I was next to the camera, they would literally stand up next to me. They would make gestures behind me. But I mean, I knew they were going to do this, and I knew they would look bad in front of the camera, so I enjoyed it. I think your point, though, about them being uneducated is really true. And we were going there to really see, are these people interested in knowing that they're supporting blackout policies, or are they so committed to anti-industrial causes that they don't care about the truth? And unfortunately, it was the latter.
Now, tell me about your Light Brigade. I mean, we know the historical charge of the Light Brigade, but what do you mean by that?
Yeah, so the idea was this is not a climate rally. It's not even an anti-fossil fuel rally. These guys, being the Sierra Club, 350.org, they're anti-fossil, anti-nuclear, anti-hydro, and the latter two don't even emit CO2. So really they're anti-practical energy. And so we wanted to bring this point to the public that this is a blackout rally. And so we're the Light Brigade. We want the lights to be on, and we want to shed light on the truth.
Alex, we're out of time today, but I've enjoyed talking with you. I like your get-in-their-face style. I like your sense of humor. I want to get to know your institute more. Let's have you on again before a lot of time passes. I'd like to talk to you some more.
Yeah, let's do it.
Thanks, Alex.
Hey.